Wealth is built by philosophy, not luck. Most people grow up believing that wealth is a matter of chance. They think some people are simply lucky, born into the right family at the right time with the right connections. But luck is not the foundation of lasting wealth. Thinking is. Long before money shows up in your bank account, it shows up in your mindset. Your financial results are not random. They are the natural outcome of how you see the world, how you make decisions, and how you respond to life's challenges. Your personal philosophy, what you believe about money, work, effort, and responsibility, quietly controls your financial future. If you believe money is scarce, hard to earn, or only meant for others, you will unconsciously act in ways that confirm that belief. On the other hand, when you believe money is a result of value, discipline, and growth, your actions begin to change. You start making better choices, even when no one is watching. Here's something important to understand. Money doesn't change people, it exposes them. If someone has poor habits, money magnifies those habits. If someone has discipline, money multiplies that discipline. That's why wealth must start internally. Before you ask for a bigger income, ask for a better mindset. Before you chase financial success, work on becoming financially responsible. When your philosophy improves, your finances have no choice but to follow. Life will always test your philosophy. You will face setbacks, slow progress, and moments of doubt. In those moments, people with weak philosophies quit, blame, or retreat. People with strong philosophies learn, adapt, and persist. They understand that temporary struggle does not mean permanent failure. They know that growth is often uncomfortable, and success demands patience. This belief system becomes their anchor, keeping them steady while others drift. Wealth begins the day you decide to take responsibility, not just for your income, but for your thinking. When you stop saying, "This is just how life is," and start saying, "What can I do better?" everything changes. That shift is not loud or dramatic, but it is powerful. It is the beginning of financial independence because it puts you back in control. Income follows value, not time. One of the biggest financial myths is the idea that working harder or longer automatically leads to wealth. Many people are exhausted, busy, and still struggling financially. Why? Because the marketplace does not reward time, it rewards value. You can spend years working, but if your skills remain the same, your income will remain limited. The clock does not determine your worth, your usefulness does. Think about it this way. Two people can work the same 8 hours a day, but one earns 10 times more than the other. The difference is not effort, it is contribution. The person who earns more has invested time into learning, improving, and becoming more capable. They bring solutions, not just presents. They solve bigger problems, and bigger problems pay better. Value is built, not given. It comes from learning new skills, sharpening existing ones, and becoming reliable in areas that matter. Every book you read, every skill you practice, every mistake you learn from adds to your personal value. When you grow, your income grows, not instantly, but inevitably. The marketplace always makes room for people who become more. Many people ask, how can I earn more? The better question is, how can I become more? If you become more disciplined, more skilled, more informed, and more dependable, opportunities begin to find you. Promotions, raises, partnerships, and breakthroughs often arrive quietly as a result of preparation. Value attracts income the way gravity attracts weight. It's automatic. This principle also removes frustration. When income is low, instead of feeling powerless, you gain clarity. You understand that the solution is growth. Not complaining, not comparing, but improving. Every skill you add is like opening a new door. Every ounce of value you build increases your leverage in life. When you focus on value, you stop chasing money and start building a future. You begin to see your job, your business, or your current situation as a training ground, not a prison. Each day becomes an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more capable. And as your value rises, income eventually follows, quietly, steadily, and sustainably. Small disciplines create massive financial results. Most people underestimate the power of small actions because they are not dramatic. They don't feel life-changing in the moment. Saving a little money, reading a few pages, tracking expenses, or learning one new idea a day seems almost insignificant. But here is the truth most never fully grasp. Success is not built in one bold move. It is built in quiet daily habits. Wealth grows the same way a tree grows, slowly, invisibly at first, but relentlessly when nurtured consistently. Financial struggle is rarely caused by one big mistake. It is usually the result of many small acts of neglect. Ignoring a budget, delaying learning, overspending just this once, or putting off saving until later. Each choice feels harmless, but time magnifies neglect just as it magnifies discipline. The same is true in reverse. Small positive habits practiced daily begin to stack. They build momentum, they compound. Discipline is simply choosing what you want most over what you want now. When you consistently make small, wise choices, you begin to trust yourself. That self-trust creates confidence, and confidence leads to better decisions. You stop reacting emotionally and start acting intentionally. Wealthy people are not more motivated than others. They are more disciplined in the ordinary moments of life. Think about it this way. Reading 10 pages a day doesn't feel powerful, but over a year, it can change how you think. Saving a small amount regularly may not excite you, but over time it builds security, opportunity, and freedom. Improvement rarely announces itself. It whispers, it shows up slowly, until one day you look back and realize everything has changed. The tragedy is not that discipline is hard. The tragedy is that neglect feels easier until the bill arrives, the opportunity passes, or the stress becomes overwhelming. Small disciplines protect your future self. They are acts of respect for the life you want to live. When you master the daily habits, you master the direction of your financial life. Delayed gratification is the price of freedom. One of the most painful truths about wealth is also one of the simplest. You must learn to wait. Financial freedom demands patience in a world addicted to instant pleasure. Everywhere you look, you are encouraged to spend now, enjoy now, upgrade now. But those who win financially understand something different. They understand that saying no today is how you say yes to tomorrow. Delayed gratification is not about deprivation, it is about direction. It is the ability to look beyond the moment and choose long-term freedom over short-term comfort. Every purchase, every decision, every impulse becomes a question. Is this moving me closer to the life I want or farther away from it? That awareness alone separates those who struggle from those who build wealth. People who never learn to delay gratification remain trapped in a cycle of earning and spending. They feel busy but stuck, comfortable but anxious, entertained but unfulfilled. They mistake consumption for success. Meanwhile, those who delay gratification invest in skills, assets, businesses, and opportunities that grow over time. They sacrifice convenience for control. There will be moments when discipline feels lonely, when others are enjoying today and you are preparing for tomorrow. In those moments, remember this: freedom always looks lonely before it looks powerful. The crowd chases pleasure, the disciplined chase independence. One path feels easy now and painful later. The other feels hard now and rewarding forever. Delayed gratification also builds character. It strengthens self-control, clarity, and confidence. Each time you resist an impulse, you prove to yourself that you are in charge. Not your emotions, not your environment, not your circumstances. That internal strength spills into every area of life. Financial discipline becomes personal pride. Wealth is not about how much you earn. It is about how much control you have over your choices. The ability to wait, to plan, and to sacrifice today for tomorrow is the bridge between survival and freedom. Those who cross it don't do so suddenly. They do it one disciplined decision at a time, choosing patience over pressure, purpose over impulse, and long-term freedom over temporary pleasure. Environment and influence shape your financial destiny. Most people believe their future is shaped primarily by intelligence or opportunity, but few realize how deeply their environment influences their financial direction. The voices you hear every day, the conversations you participate in, and the attitudes you are surrounded by quietly shape what you believe is possible. You don't rise or fall to the level of your dreams. You settle into the level of your environment. If you spend time with people who constantly complain about money, criticize success, or blame circumstances, that mindset slowly becomes normal. Without noticing, you begin to lower your expectations, shrink your goals, and justify mediocrity. It's not because you lack ambition, but because repeated exposure reshapes belief. Over time, your standards change, and standards determine results. On the other hand, being around people who think differently stretches you. When you hear conversations about growth, opportunity, discipline, and long-term vision, your thinking expands. You begin to ask better questions. You start to see options where you once saw obstacles. This doesn't mean you abandon everyone in your life. It means you choose your influences intentionally. You guard your mind the same way you would guard your finances. Environment is not only people. It's what you read, what you watch, and what you listen to. A steady diet of negativity produces doubt. A steady diet of learning produces confidence. When you feed your mind with ideas that challenge you to grow, you slowly reprogram how you think about money, effort, and success. Growth becomes familiar. Discipline becomes normal. Progress becomes expected. The most powerful environments are not always physical, they are mental. When you consistently place yourself in learning environments, books, mentors, conversations, and experiences that demand more from you, you rise to meet that demand. Your environment doesn't force you to succeed, but it makes success easier. And when success becomes easier, consistency follows. Ownership of choices is the gateway to wealth. At the heart of financial freedom lies one defining principle: personal responsibility. The moment you blame something outside yourself, your past, the economy, your upbringing, you surrender your power. Blame may feel comforting, but it is expensive. It costs you progress, growth, and control. Ownership, on the other hand, is empowering. It puts your future back in your hands. Taking responsibility does not mean denying challenges or pretending life is fair. It means recognizing that while you cannot control everything that happens to you, you can control how you respond. That response determines your trajectory. Wealthy individuals are not free from problems. They are skilled at solving them. They don't ask, who's at fault? They ask, what's my next move? Ownership creates clarity. When results are poor, instead of feeling defeated, you feel curious. You analyze, adjust, and improve. Each setback becomes a lesson rather than a label. Each failure becomes feedback rather than a verdict. This mindset transforms obstacles into stepping stones and frustration into fuel. The moment you fully own your choices, excuses lose their power. You stop waiting for permission, approval, or perfect conditions. You begin to act with intention. Even small actions carry weight because they are aligned with purpose. Responsibility sharpens focus and strengthens confidence. You begin to trust yourself because you know you will respond, not retreat. And this is where everything comes together. When you choose a better environment, you elevate your thinking. When you take ownership of your choices, you activate your potential. When philosophy aligns with discipline, and discipline aligns with responsibility, wealth becomes a natural outcome, not a desperate pursuit. Financial freedom stops being a dream and starts becoming a direction. This journey does not require perfection. It requires commitment. A commitment to think better, choose better, and grow better. Every decision you make from this point forward becomes a vote for the life you want to live. Choose growth over comfort. Choose responsibility over blame. Choose patience over impulse. Because the truth is this: you already have more control than you think. And the moment you decide to use it, your financial future begins to change. Quietly at first, then powerfully, and finally, permanently.